Today we're going to take a little closer look at the second energy center, the Swadisthan Chakra. The Swadhisthana is the source of our creativity, and it's also the gateway to pure knowledge, that is, spiritual knowledge. This chakra is located at the aortic plexus, which is just below the navel. It's associated with the element of fire, and it has 6 petals. It can be felt on our hands, on our thumbs. When the Swadhisthana is balanced, it awakens our creativity, not just in music and art or dance, but in how we approach our life, how we solve problems, and also how we express beauty. Through our meditation, we can actually nourish and strengthen this energy center and all of our energy centers. The Swadhisthana Chakra plays a vital role in the functioning of many essential organs in our body. It governs the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, and the pancreas, and as well the stomach and small intestines. These organs are key to digestion, purification, and also our immunity. When the Swadhisthana Chakra is not in balance, especially when we've been overthinking, or if we're stressed in some way, we may experience some issues in these areas of our body. As Sri Mataji taught, the Kundalini will nourish and repair this subtle center with regular meditation. So many physical and emotional ailments connected to these organs can be returned to balance, not through any effort of our own, but through the divine power that is now active within us after the awakening of our Kundalini. It is a silent transformation within. Let's talk a little bit more about the liver. The liver is the seat of our attention. The liver is a remarkable organ, not just physically, but also spiritually. In our subtle system, it's connected to the right nabi, the right Swadhisthana, and also the void. Something that's essential for meditation is good attention. The quality and stability of our attention is supported by the liver. It also acts as a purifier, removing toxins from the body. And importantly, the liver helps convert fats and proteins into glucose, which the brain uses for energy. But if we think too much or live under stress, the liver can become overheated. And that's why it's really important to keep the liver cool and soothe the liver, and that happens through meditation. We can also keep it cool through foot soaking and also being aware of what we eat and living a more balanced life. Something we'll show you in this video is using the ice pack as well. So a healthy liver brings us deeper attention, and with that, a deeper connection to our spirit is developed. So you can see in this diagram, the Swadhisthana rotates around the void and the Nabi chakra, nourishing them, and it's responding to the needs of this subtle energy. It spins around the void, and it will also help establish our inner balance. So the Swadhisthana's reminding us to stay connected with our inner silence so that it can do its work without being disturbed by overactivity. So what are the qualities associated with the Swadhisthana Chakra? The Swadhisthana is the fountain of our creativity, as I've already mentioned. It's through this energy center that we receive the power to create, to imagine, and to express beauty in our lives. When the Swadhisthana is balanced, we become channels for pure inspiration, not driven by ego or desire for recognition, but by a natural joy in creating. It gives us the ability to appreciate beauty, to feel moved by music, art, or the harmony of nature. It also sharpens our intellect, allowing us to perceive things more clearly and allowing us to generate ideas with more ease. So this chakra helps us to steady our attention, essential for meditation and all aspects of daily life. It connects us to pure knowledge that's not academic facts, but the deep spiritual knowing that flows from the awakened Kundalini. The Swadhisthana Chakra plays a subtle yet powerful role in our spiritual development. It helps us to direct the ascent of the Kundalini by focusing and purifying our attention. So when this chakra is awakened, our attention becomes steady, clear, and naturally drawn upwards towards the spirit. It also supports the creative expression of the spirit, whether through music, writing, dance, or just through our simple day-to-day living. The Swadhisthana allows the light of the spirit to shine through our creativity. And most beautifully, it transforms our mental energy into spiritual awareness. So instead of getting really caught up in our thoughts or analysis, our mind can become silent. It can become ready to receive inspiration. And this is how scientists discover truth, how artists express divine beauty, and how individuals become spontaneously inspired without effort. So the Swadhisthana bridges that gap between intellect and spirit, bringing that integration. But of course we know that sometimes the liver can become overheated, especially if we're overthinking or just dealing with stress. So one of the simplest and most effective ways to help is by cooling the liver. We can do this through foot soak, or we can place ice pack on the liver with our right hand open on our lap, receiving the cool vibrations from the photo. This physical cooling brings immediately relief. So when the liver is cool and settled, our attention is clearer and the meditation becomes deeper. So in our head, we can see in this diagram the Swadhisthana revolves around that point on the very back of the head where the head juts out a little bit. That point is the back agya, and the Swadhisthana revolves around that. So we can massage that area and it will help to cleanse the Swadhisthana as well, which obviously supports the clarity of our attention and the flow of pure inspiration. Now, I'd like to speak a little bit about how Srimataji not only taught us about the Swadhisthana Chakra, but how she embodied the Swadhisthana Chakra completely in her life. Her life was a radiant expression of its deepest qualities. She expressed creativity in everything she did, from designing houses to inspiring musicians, artists, and seekers right across the world. Her life was, in fact, a work of art. Her pure attention was remarkable. She gave full, loving attention to each individual that she met. She taught us the power of silence and thoughtless awareness. Her wisdom flowed effortlessly. She spoke spontaneously, yet every word carried truth, clarity, and a transformative power. She worked with dynamic detachment, tirelessly, without ego or personal desire, always just for the benefit of others. She brought balance to others through her own energy, through healing and guiding people towards mental silence and well-being through their vibrations and lifestyle. And above all, Sri Mataji shared all this knowledge of the Spirit freely, never asking for anything in return. Her teachings were a gift to all humanity. Through her life, we see the true potential of the awakened Swadhisthana Chakra and what it actually means to live as a creative, balanced, and enlightened person. So let's just turn ourselves inward. Let's take a few moments now in silence, just to allow our attention to settle gently on the top of our head, at the Sahasrara Chakra. Feel the cool energy. Feel this cool energy awakening within. Nourishing our creativity and calming our thoughts. With our attention inward on the beauty of our spirit, we can say, Mother Kundalini, please open this fountain of creativity and the deep spiritual knowing that flows from the Swadhisthana Chakra. Let's just keep our attention at the Sahasrara Chakra, which is on the top of our head. And allow this cool breeze to flow and nourish our Swadhisthana Chakra. Let's just sit in silence